Welcome back to Satisfactory Simple Factories. I'm Chisel. Today we're going to make turbo motors and fused modular frames. Let's get started. So for the fused modular frame recipe, we need 2 heavy modular frames, 100 aluminum casing, and 50 nitrogen gas per minute. First, let's start with making the 100 aluminum casing per minute. We're going to need 166.667 bauxite and water to make 200 alumina solution per minute. In the next refinery, send the 200 alumina solution along with the 100 coal to make 300 aluminum scrap. Send the water byproduct to a coal generator along with more coal just to get rid of the excess water. Now take those 300 aluminum scrap, send them to 2 smelters using the alternate pure aluminum ingot recipe to make a total of 150 aluminum ingot. Next, we want to construct those aluminum ingots into 100 aluminum casing per minute. Then just send it straight to the blender. Next, we got the 2 heavy modular frames per minute. We need 10 modular frames, 40 steel pipe, 10 encased industrial beams, and 240 screws per minute. For the 10 modular frames, we're going to use the alternate bolted frame recipe, so we need 15 reinforced plates and 280 screws. We got 2 constructors making 93.33 screws and 1 more constructor making 93.34 screws per minute. Then we're going to send it to the assembler. Okay, now using the alternate bolted iron plate recipe, we need 90 iron plates and 250 screws. So now we got 2 constructors making 45 iron plates each. Then we have 2 constructors making 125 screws each. We're going to send both those items to an assembler to make 15 reinforced iron plates, then combine it with the screws from earlier to make the 10 modular frames per minute. Then send the frames to the manufacturer. Now we're going to use the alternate encased industrial pipe recipe to make 10 encased industrial beams. We're going to need 60 pipe per minute and 50 concrete per minute. First, let's make the 50 concrete using the alternate wet concrete recipe in the refinery. We're going to send the concrete to the assembler. Then we're going to make 60 steel pipe using the alternate iron pipe recipe using 240 iron ingots. To make the 240 iron ingots, we're going to use the alternate pure iron ingot recipe in the refinery, 120 per refinery. Then we're going to send both items to the assembler and then send the encased industrial beam straight to the manufacturer. We're going to use the alternate iron pipe recipe again to make the 40 steel pipe. We're going to need 160 iron ingots per minute. We're going to use the alternate pure iron ingot recipe again, 80 pure iron ingots per refinery. Send it to the constructor, then send it straight to the manufacturer. Lastly, we need 240 alternate cast screws, and 2 constructors make 120 cast screws. Send it straight to the manufacturer. Now send your heavy modular frames to the blender. Now we want to add just a little bit of nitrogen, and then you have your fused modular frame. Okay, so for the turbo motors, we're going to go for 3 per minute. We're going to use the alternate turbo electric motor recipe. We're going to need 7 motors, 9 radio control units, 5 electromagnetic control rods, and 7 rotors. Let's go. In this build, I'm going to be using the alternate pure iron ingot recipe, alternate pure deuterium ingot recipe, and the alternate pure copper ingot recipe, and also the alternate solid steel ingot recipe. For the 9 radio control units, we're going to use 72 aluminum casing, 2.25 crystal oscillator, 4.5 computer, and I'm also going to sloop the manufacturer. 120 bauxite, 120 water to make 144 alternate sloppy alumina. 144 alumina solution and 72 coal make the 216 aluminum scrap. Don't forget the excess water. Now take that scrap, throw it inside of 2 smelters using the alternate pure aluminum ingot recipe to make a total of 108 aluminum ingot. Now send those ingots to a constructor to make the 72 aluminum casing, and then send the aluminum casing to the manufacturer making the radio control units. To produce 4.5 computers, we need 18 circuit boards, 36 cable, and 72 plastic. First, make the 72 plastic in 2 refineries and send the plastic directly to the manufacturer making the computers. To make the circuit boards, we're going to use the alternate silicon circuit board. We need 40 copper sheets and 40 silica. In the constructor, make 40 silica using raw quartz and then send it to the assembler making the circuit boards. Use 40 copper ingots to make 40 alternate steamed copper sheets. Send it to the assembler making the circuit boards. Now send those circuit boards directly to the manufacturer making the computers. Now let's go make some cables. For the 36 cables, you're going to need 72 wire, and those 72 wires are going to come from 36 copper ingots. Now that you have your wire, send it to the manufacturer to make the computers, and then send the computer to the manufacturer making the radio control units. For 2.25 crystal oscillators, we need 40.5 crystal, 31.5 cable, and 5.625 reinforced iron plates per minute. In a constructor, make 40.5 quartz crystal per minute using 67.5 raw quartz. Send it straight to the manufacturer. Next, we need 31.5 cable coming from 63 wire. Then send the wire straight to the manufacturer, making the crystal oscillator. 5.63 reinforced iron plates are needed now to come from 34 iron plates and 68 screws. First, we need 34 iron plates coming from 51 iron ingots. Send the iron plates to the assembler. Then we need 68 alternate cast screws coming from 17 iron ingots. Also send that to the assembler to make the reinforced iron plates. Then send the reinforced iron plates directly to the manufacturer to make the 2.25 crystal oscillators per minute. Now you can send your crystal oscillators to the manufacturer making the 9 radio control units per minute. Then send the radio control units to the manufacturer to make the turbo motor. For 5 electromagnetic control rods, we need 5 AI limiter and 7.5 stator per minute. 5 AI limiters require 100 quick wire and 25 copper sheets per minute. 100 quick wire will come from 20 deuterium ingots and then send it straight to the assembler making the AI limiter. Using the steamed copper sheet recipe, send 25 copper sheets to the assembler with the quick wire to make 5 AI limiter per minute. Send the AI limiters to the assembler making the electromagnetic control rod. Now we need 7.5 stator per minute, so we need 22.5 steel pipe and 60 wire per minute. Alright, wire is pretty easy. 30 copper ingot equals 60 wire. Send it to the assembler making the stators. Now we need the 22.5 steel pipe, so we need 33.75 steel ingot. To make the steel ingots, we're going to use the alternate solid steel ingot recipe using 22.5 steel ingot and 22.5 coal. Send the steel pipe to the assembler with the wire to make the 7.5 stator. Now you send the AI limiter and the stator to another assembler, making the 5 electromagnetic control rod per minute. Now you can send the rods to the manufacturer, making the turbo motor. Alright, now that we got the difficult items out the way, let's do the easy items. Let's make 7 rotors and 7 motors per minute. Let's start with the rotors, shall we? For 7 alternate copper rotors, we need 122 screws and 14 copper sheets. First, we're going to start with 122 alternate cast screws coming from 30.5 iron ingots. Now, using the alternate steamed copper sheet recipe, send the copper sheets to the assembler with the screws to create the 7 rotors per minute, and then send the rotors directly to the manufacturer, creating the turbo motor. Finally, we need 7 motors per minute, so we're going to need 14 rotor and 14 stator. We're going to use the exact same recipes that we used earlier for the stators and the rotor. 56 wire and 21 steel pipe equal 7 stator. Do that in 2 assemblers. .56 wire coming from 28 copper ingot go to each assembler. Now make your 42 steel pipe coming from 63 steel ingot. Now make your alternate solid steel ingot from 42 iron ingots and 42 coal. Split those 42 steel pipes into 21 each to each assembler, making the stators. 14 copper rotors require 243 alternate cast screws and 28 copper sheets. Make 121.5 alternate cast screws in 2 constructors. Send it to the assembler, making the rotor. Now send more steamed copper sheets to the same assembler with the screws to make the rotors. Then send those rotors and the stators to another assembler to make the 7 motors per minute. And finally, after all that, we got 3 alternate turbo electric motors per minute. Thank you to everyone who watched this video. I gotta go. Peace.